Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a beautiful festive look for Diwali. This look has a bold red lip, and with that I have done a smoky winged eye. This is a one brand tutorial. I have used all L'Oreal products for this. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get started. I'm going to start with foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible foundation, and the shade I've used is called Golden Beige. I'm dotting this all over the face, and I've mixed in a little bit of moisturizer with this just so that it blends easily, and my skin is a bit dry at the moment, so the moisturizer helps with that. This is a high coverage foundation. It is perfect for the festive season because it gives a beautiful flawless look to the skin. I'm just using my blending sponge to blend this all over the face, and don't forget the neck as well. And because this is a long stay foundation, I haven't really felt the need to use a primer with this. So once my foundation is done, I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Concealer in the shade Medium. I love this concealer. You might recall this from some of my previous tutorials as well. This is a liquid concealer, very blendable, has a very nice skin-like finish and gives quite good medium coverage. So I've used this around the eye area and a little bit around the mouth as well, where I have a little bit of pigmentation. Once the concealer is blended, I'm going to set it with powder, and I'm using the True Match Super Blendable powder for this step. This is a really nice setting powder. It doesn't look cakey, just takes away that excess shine, and it's quite blendable. So I've used this in the areas where I've used the concealer, as well as the T-zone where I tend to get a little oily after a few hours. Moving on to the eye makeup, I'm going to use a tape, and I've just placed it on the back of my hand to remove the excess adhesive, and then I'm carefully placing it at the corner of my eye, leaving a little bit of space between the tape and my lower lash line. Next, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Color Riche Le Smoky Kajal, which is in a really rich black color, and the formula is really creamy. It's very easily blendable, so it's perfect for a smoky look. And I'm applying this along the lower lash line, extending it outwards to create a wing, and the tape is just giving me that boundary. Next, I'm using the smudger on the other end and just smudging up that kohl for a smoky look. I'm also using this along the lower lash line, but only in the outer 1/3, and once again using the smudger to smudge out and smoke out that kajal. And to give a really thick look to the lashes, you can also line the inner upper rim of the eye. Next, I'm going to use this eyeshadow palette. This is the La Palette Nude in the shade Rosé, and I'm using this plum color, and I'm going to apply this in the outer half of the lid, just applying it over the smudged area of kajal and just keeping it under the crease. Next, I'm going to take this matte peachy brown color, and I'm going to apply this in the inner half of the lid, and this is just going to add a little bit of gradient. Once you've applied the eyeshadows, you can go back in with a clean blending brush and just feather out the edges so that you don't have any harsh lines. Now I'm going to use the super liner, and I'm going to line my upper lash line just to give a crisp defined wing. Since this is a felt tip liner with a really fine point, doing a clean winged eye is quite easy with this. Next, I'm going to use this light peachy color. This one has a little bit of shimmer, so I'm going to use this to highlight. I'm using this in the inner corner and the tear duct area with a small pointed brush. Then going back in with the light matte brown color that I had used on the inner lid, I'm going to use this in the outer lash area just to smoke out the kohl a little bit. To finish off the eye makeup, I'm using a little more of the concealer in my under eye area. This is just going to help finish up the look and give a really clean under eye look. When you've done a dramatic eye, it's very important to conceal properly, otherwise it can make your eyes look a little bit dull. Moving on to the lashes, I'm going to curl my lashes and then apply the Volume Million Lashes Mascara. This has a really nice brush. It doesn't deposit too much product and gives a really nice length and volume to the lashes. I'm also using this on the bottom lashes just to open up my eyes. Moving on to the cheeks, I'm going to use the shade Sunset Glow from the Lucent Magique range. This is a really nice, very soft color. It doesn't deposit too much pigment on the cheeks. It's just the perfect color to pair with a red lip. It also has a little bit of pearl, so it adds a nice glow, and you don't need to use a separate highlighter. You can see it's added a nice bit of warmth to my cheeks here. For the lips, I'm using the Moist Matte Lipstick in the shade Blaze of Red, which is a beautiful deep red color. This lipstick formula is one of my favorites. It is so comfortable to wear and has a beautiful matte finish. A lot of matte lipsticks either are too creamy or too dry, but this one has just the perfect texture and consistency. And for my nails, I've used the nail color in the shade Red Tote, which works with this look perfectly. And to complete my festive look, I'm just going to add a pair of earrings, a bindi and some false lashes, and that is the finished look. I personally love doing a smoky eye in the festive season. I think it looks really nice with Indian wear, and since red lips is the big trend this season, I've shown you in this look that you can wear a smoky eye with a red lip. You can change the lip color to suit your complexion. L'Oreal has a huge range of reds which you can choose from. All the products that I've used in this video are going to be listed in the description box below, so in case you missed out on any names, you can check that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you recreate this, please do let me know how it turns out. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have more festive videos coming up. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.